I'm the base manager and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Maybe today I should call myself the blind manager? What do you guys think? Oh, I wonder where could be the teleporter input for this planet. I don't know where that thing is. I better start looking around the entire planet except right in front of my freaking face. Guys, you have no idea how much I was laughing while editing the previous episode. Oh boy, but in any case, my friends, today we are going to continue exploring this planet. Hopefully we'll be able to tap into this beautiful oil reserve that we have over here. Look at the amount of oil that we have to transport back into our own base, and then on our own base we'll need a way to process it, store it, and burn it. So yeah, we also need to start working on that. Not only that, we also need a good amount of water. Yeah, this is not working out, shall we say. This thing is not enough, but luckily we also have access to this thing and this thing, so maybe we can start working on something to get us some water, at least for now. We can upgrade it in the future, but yeah, those would be today's objectives. Now, my friends, we had that in between episodes little tutorial thingy video that I posted yesterday, I think, well, the previous one, and in there we saw what is going to be this season main focal point. Well, some of you guys actually said that thing resembles the Ethernet, which is actually pretty interesting. We are going to try and connect all of our bases, all of our planets, everything into a single ribbon line. That is going to be a challenge. I don't know, like, for a starter, I don't really, like, see... how should I put it? I know how we could use it, I just don't... really see where we should start. Okay, that's like probably a good idea. Where should we start? Well, I know that ribbon is going to go through here, but what systems should be automated by it? Because here's the thing, there is a couple of systems that will not under any circumstances go into the ribbon because they are constantly like they are dependent on a constant flow of information. Okay, so they would just keep the line busy forever. That means those systems are base oxygen temperature and temperature. Those two things definitely not in the bus. And then, you know, farmhouse regulation, no need to be in the bus because we are gonna put the thermal thingy over here and then the farmhouse right below. Like, there is no point in creating an encoder for something which is right, like, underneath. So yeah, that is also not going to be there. Now, what could be there is, for example, we probably are going to create our water facility somewhere over here, right? And we need information from, like, to tell these collection points what they should do. That would be interesting. Not only that, well, we probably are going to use upgraded versions from what we have established in that tutorial. That's like the prototype version. I'm already having ideas on how to upgrade the encoder to be able to encode multiple signals with one encoder. That is going to take a little bit of time. Now, we do need some refined metal, so we're not going to start working until we have this thing operational, so I'll keep the automation to a minimum until we have that available to us. But in any case, today, time to focus on that sweet, sweet black liquid gold. Okay, so over here on the oil planet, in order to keep our dupes slightly less busy, we are going to prioritize the solar stuff first. Okay, they are not going to enjoy it that much, I can tell you, my friends. Being exposed to the vacuum of space while you are sick. Imagine this, you're trying to hold your breath in space and then you have to sneeze. Oh boy, that probably is not very fun, but well, let's focus on that first. That way we'll have the power available to keep our dupes free from that, and then we can come down here, and then we have to clear this pit over here of debris. We'll probably try to enter the biome through here, something like this. Right, we'll put another door over here. And then maybe a liquid lock. No, let's put another liquid lock, because you see, we are going to need a vacuum. And even though there is a little bit of carbon dioxide in here, a little bit of carbon dioxide is a lot better than a lot of carbon dioxide. So yeah, smart idea, base manager. How about you do that? Surface breach. Where? Oh, really? We also get these amazing, beautiful stones whenever we get over here. Beautiful. Okay. Enough reveling in these beautiful tunes. We really need to get that thing ready, my friends. So yeah, just endure it. I know it's gonna suck, but I'm not gonna make you a vent over here, or a gas mask thingy just for you guys to get in there. You can hold your breath just fine. Although I don't know if that would work in space, but well. Now, my friends, while our dupes concentrate themselves in achieving their objective over here, the other dupes will start working on a way to refine the oil. Now, I think we have this conversation every season, but I do not like to use petroleum boilers. They are big, bulky, difficult to build, and in the end, I never face any petroleum shortages. I understand that using the petroleum boiler, it is far more efficient, because we are technically losing half of the stuff that we produce by using this. But in the end, you know, it's far simpler to make this than making a ginormous petroleum boiler, okay? And in the end, no harm, no foul, everything goes along and does its business. We just need 2 of these bad boys, oil refineries, and it's fine. It's totally fine. So yeah, my friends, while we wait on this side, we're just gonna make the chamber on which we are gonna... how should I put it? Where we are gonna do our refinement of petroleum. Yep. We can do this, we can deconstruct that temporarily to put the pitcher pump... not the pitcher pump, the... bottle emptier over there. We drop enough fluid. We need something that doesn't go into a boiling point very easily. We don't have access to anything other than water, do we? Nope. Now, what we can do... we can use the same trick over here, you see? The brine trick, with a little bit of crude oil that the game is kind enough to provide us. We just drop a tad bit of crude oil over there, and then once we have our own oil being imported, we will fill the rest of the thingy. And Jean, please don't be derpy, okay? Okay? No derpiness, please. Okay, even though this thing is not yet complete, at least we already have a little bit of solar power getting into the system. It's not a lot, as we can see, 250 watts, more or less. But hey, I mean... it's like 200, 500, 750 constant watts at least during the day. That should keep this battery well supplied and our dupes free to do other tasks. As I am looking at this, I'm starting to have some ideas. You know, one good thing that we could do with the CAN bus system? For example, we could measure the amount of fuel that we have, like for example petroleum and crude oil, and should we achieve a certain threshold, let's say we are completely full, there is no point in being producing crude oil on the other side, consuming water, blah 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 blah. We can send a signal through space. We haven't reached it yet, but we could send a signal through space into this planet to tell these thingies over here, hey, enough, no more need for oil, we'll let you know whenever we need more. Sounds interesting. It's one of those things, totally unnecessary, but as I often say way too many times, Oxygen Not Included is a game where you do things not because you need them, but because you can. It's very rare that we get steel in the printing pod, so you know what, I'll take it, thank you. Alright, one less problem to worry about. This thing should now be kept full, or at least as close to full as possible. And now over here I just want to sweep like garbage, because we're gonna have like bleach stone and whatever. I don't want it here, I just want to sweep it all out of this place. These things probably are gonna poop a few more chlorine bits and bobs, but well, nothing we can do about that. We will have a liquid lock over here for obvious reasons, because this thing is gonna be filled up with a bunch of nastiness. Not only that, is a tad bit on the cold... maybe a little bit too cold, actually. Maybe a tad bit too cold. You know. It's one of those things. Once we have this operating, don't worry, this cold is going to go away pretty fast, because things over here are everything but they are not cold, okay? So yeah, this is going to toastify pretty quick. Yeah. In any case, we'll put some water over there, it's fine. I'm pretty certain it's not going to freeze and block our dupes inside. Now, my friends, our preparations are not going to be just this. As we can see, this is already, technically, this is already a liquid lock. Okay? Still not full. I don't like having liquid locks like this. It's not like anything bad is going to happen, but a few patches ago, the game got a little bit funky when it comes to very small droplets of fluid. So, you know, for safety's sake, I really wouldn't want to keep it like this. But in any case, let's start vacuuming this stuff out, because this is gonna take its sweet time getting vacuumed out. Not only that, we don't have plastic just yet to gain us access to the high pressure vent, so we have to do it the old way by just building those things and deconstructing and blah 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 blah. Now, when it comes to power, we can power this up. No arms gonna come from that. However, I don't want to power everything because that is gonna be a bit too much. Let's depower everything else because it doesn't need to be powered just yet. And that way, that this one is powered. Oh, dum-dum. You're missing one little bit of wire, but yeah, this way we'll be able to start vacuuming this out, which is gonna take its sweet time. Now, other than that, we are also gonna start working on some space over here. We need space to put natural gas and a long-term crude oil thingy, water. Yeah, we need a lot of space, and we don't have a lot of space. Let's be real, my friends. We don't have a lot of space. Unfortunately, we do have a minor volcano over here in the way of everything. If we didn't have this minor volcano, we would have access to so much more space, but oh well, it is what it is. I kinda want to keep this space over here free for my power plant. As you can see already, I'm taking measurements to accommodate for it in the future and to remind me not to build anything in here, so I kinda want to have the fuel right here on the side and then the water right here. Alrighty, my friends, this thing is almost done. We already have the docks, some power, and the piping is on its way. Now we're gonna do something pretty freaking simple, just a filter and one of these things. We're going to absorb the oxygen because this is the area which is more likely to have oxygen in the first place. And we're gonna send it into one just reservoir just to have a little bit, and then it's going to supply these two things. Like, these dupes don't breathe that much, so, you know, it's going to be fine. Now, suits we will be providing from the other side. I have crafted a couple in anticipation. Yeah, it was actually just a couple. I thought I had crafted more. But, oh well, in anticipation to this, we already have a suit on the other side, but we are going to need to equip Dupe to bring it back. Therefore, I think we need to send two suits. Yep. Clothing, atmosuit. Now, another thing that I'm gonna do on this side is we're gonna plant a couple of thimbleweeds over here. 22 degrees. This is the toastiest place in our base over here, so that's where we're gonna do. These thimbleweeds will hopefully help repair the suits, because I'm not going to be sending, you know, worn out suits into the other colony to be repaired. So, nah. We ain't doing that in here, no good sir. So yeah, I just need to make sure that our dupes just put in there 2 suits and not more. Man, I do love when the dupes start trolling me, my friends. Ah, here we go, finally, 1 suit has been sent. There is another suit over here waiting. Could you guys please just do this? Alright, here we go, 2nd suit sent, and... Wait, what? What is that? Ah, just a visual glitch. Nothing out of the ordinary, I suppose. Oh my god. Well, in any case, we do have now 2 atmosuits over there, which can be delivered over here, whenever the dupes get to do it, of course. And then, well, they can go and start exploring this. We just need to put a couple of droplets of anything in here to keep the liquids... not the liquids, the gases from entering into this space, and then we'll vacuum it and clean it out and all of that jazz. Now, my beautiful dupes, it's not for nothing, but you are taking your sweet time doing, what I'm telling you to, so could you please starting to focus on that? It would be pretty cool, because we need to get in. Okay, 16 cycles have elapsed and we are not yet inside of this biome. What the hell are you guys doing? Now, my friends, when it comes to our long-term storage, we are going to do something that I think we did in Season 2, if memory recalls correctly, which is like, how should I put it? We're going to put 12 gas reservoirs over here. They can't hold too much. However, we're going to close this chamber and we are going to vacuum it in the future whenever we have access to plastic. Right now we are just going to build the basic structure of it, and then after we have access to plastic and we have vacuumed this thing, we are going to pressurize this room that we are going to create with natural gas. And given that you can input up to 20 kilograms per tile, that means that in all of this beautiful thing, well, minus a couple of things, we have 270 times 20. That's, you put a 0 and multiply it by 2. That's like 5,400 kilograms of freaking gas that we can store in this room. Except, you know, like these tiles and, you know, a bunch of things. Maybe we can just make it all out of airflows. It's gonna be expensive and all, but you know what, in the end it's worth it, because this is another tile where we can store 20 kilograms of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Okay, so this here is going to allow us to repair our Atmos suits forever. We already have a couple of fibers, so that should be cool. Let's just give it a small priority increase so that the dupes know that they should actually be doing that. Now, up next is access to this thing, so let's go into the priority menu so that we can tell our dupes, hey, you excuse for the dupe, go do this, please. Okay, come over here, do this. We put a little bit of liquid over there, and then we can access the rest of the biome. Once we are inside, we'll be able to see actually how many things we do have. If we could have access to 6 oil reservoirs, that would mean 2 full pipes. Oh boy, why do I need 2 full? Oh man, I just say, oh my god, this is a terrible realization. We only have 1. Oh. Well, okay, that's fine. I don't know, my friends. That was a bit sad. I mean, we could always export it via rocket, but at the same time, it's one of those things. We'll see. We'll see. Now, my friends, because we got that drop of 100 kilos of steel, and out of safety, because I really don't want to break into this thing once it's done, we're gonna make it out of steel. And look at that, it takes precisely the 100 kilos extra that we got, and we are gonna put them over here on the bottom. Then I'm going to select something else so that the game doesn't do a stupid and start building things out of... in this case, the base manager does a stupid. But in any case, this is pretty much it over here. We then lock the chamber like this. And yeah, pretty simple. But at the same time, we'll be able to store a bunch of stuff in this chamber. And, you know, it's going to hurt our frames a little bit. Okay, I have to be honest with you, my friends. It's gonna hurt the frames a little bit. But in the end, you know... it's one of those things. Now, I know there is ways of infinite storages, but I don't like those, personally, of course. It is my opinion that if you want to store a lot of things, it should take a lot of space. But oh well, it's one of those things. Okay, here we go, perfect. We do have now a little bit of water, that's all that we actually needed, so let's disable all of this. And now let's start digging into this biome, shall we? Finally, after all of this time, we'll be able to... get all this sweet beauty out of here. Now, let's start by locking this in place. I don't want to do any stupids, as I am known to do those kinds of things from time to time. And so, yeah, let's just start clearing out this thing, or at least as much as we can out of it, because the fossil is going to be, you know, pretty useful if we can get it. Well, it would appear that our oil reserves continue over on this side, but you know what, I think this is more than enough. I am pleased with the amount of oil that we have available over here, so yeah, not going to extend it all the way over there. We might go over there for the fossil and whatnot, but for now, it is more than enough, shall we say. Now we just need to kinda empty out this biome, especially all the fossil that we have available. And then we need to start tapping into those things, right? Oh. Refined metals. Yep. Okay, yep, I forgot that we were gonna need that. Where is that? Utilities. It requires 200. Now we're definitely not gonna make them out of lead. Lead is very important, but not for the refined stuff. It's for later. Let's make like 1 billion of these. It would probably... You know what? Let's just... No. There we go. We'll send some from the other colony. It's probably for the best. These dupes are already busy as is. Now, my friends, over on this side, because I still don't know what kind of automation we are gonna need, what kind of... pretty much anything, right? I'm trying to overcompensate with the amount of stuff that we have. So, I have one wire coming from the last gas reservoir from each row, because each row is gonna be connected to a pipe, so that we have one pipe for this one pipe for this one pipe for this one, and one pipe for the other planet. Natural gas, so that way at least we have always a little bit of a reserve from different thingies, from different outputs, so that you know, no output can backlog the other ones, and then they are going to vent it into here using these ones, but we don't have them just yet, but that's fine. So yeah, we have one to the last of each row, that way we can know whenever they are full. Don't know if that's going to be useful or not, but oh well. Then, because we already have too many wires, I just have a ribbon going through here, so that we have 4 sensors. I don't know if it's going to be necessary to have 4 sensors or just 1 sensor. One of those things. It's better to have it built now and not need it in the future than need it in the future and, you know, the chamber is being closed. And then we have this one over here simply so that we can control these 2 gas pumps. These 2 gas pumps are just the ones that are going to take the natural gas from the chamber into a full line to, you know, supply to power plants or, you know, kitchen in the future. Whoa. What's this? Stop power... Wait. What? You have fuel? Okay. Less than ideal. So, my friends, the idea is quite simple. We create a chamber over here that encompasses all of these beautiful oil reservoirs, and then... Okay, it's nighttime apparently. And then we just make another liquid lock over here, but that one must be made out of crude oil, because things are gonna get toasty in here, and we need something that can handle the heat. And therefore, crude oil is the way to go. We then vacuum everything and call it a day. We are going to try to put as much of this crude oil that we have laying around in there by mining downwards. We are going to need a little bit to pull down so that we can pinch or pump it. Yeah, other than that, it's quite simple. We then put reservoirs in here. Speaking about that, if they send copper, we have 1,000 kilos of copper over here. That's enough for 5. That's precisely what we have. Beautiful. Dupes, you are amazing sometimes. So yeah, I'm also sending them a little bit more glass to make more solar panels in the future. I think it's probably over here already. Not yet, but it's going to be in the future, and that's fine. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. Let's see if the dupes can hurry up. I don't think they will. Maybe we'll print someone else in here, you know, to give them a hand or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if these dupes can pull this off. You know what, my friends, I think it is time to give them some extra hands. Max over here can occupy himself with doing a little bit of farming to get them some food. After all, we don't have a lot of food. We are always threading the needle, and then he can help out by building stuff around here. I'm just going to choose him because of the athletics and the strength and the green thumb and all of it. It's not a terrible dupe. Bubbles would be better if she wasn't flatulent, but oh well. It is what it is, my friends. It's like... Come here, Max. Don't run away from me. Don't run away from me. You need your hat, don't you? So yeah, I kind of want... we need to give him rocket piloting to get suit thingy. You know what? You know what? Farming wasn't the thing that you were gonna do. No. You know what? Building. Everybody needs to do building around here, okay? But you are a builder that does farming. You know, it's one of those things. So there we go, so please go make sure that everything over here is growing, and then build yourself a bed, and you know, just go crazy. We have plenty of work orders to go around, so... Now, with 3 dupes, things are starting to flow much better now. Not only that, I also exchanged the materials used for the stuff around here for locally sourced materials, because they were gonna grab like sedimentary stone from here. Okay, they were grabbing like the most redonkulous, they were going through the most redonkulous paths ever. So yeah, this definitely speeds things up considerably. So yeah, hopefully with 3 dupes these guys will be able to do this much quicker. Now, I'm also gonna give them an additional Atmosuit dock made out of lead, because that's what we have. Because we have another suit laying around and there are 3 of them, so yeah. Not only that, we should have someone... We should have someone start to do the suit repairs soon enough. We do have the oh boy, we have so much fibers over here already. Well, no, that's great. Okay, we might even send something to the other side. Well, our luck would have to succeed eventually, my friends. This is not a natural gas geyser, it's a liquid sulfur geyser. It's going to be useful, because I think fertilizer needs sulfur. Maybe not. I don't know. It needs something. Okay. Oh, it's phosphorite. It's not sulfur, it's phosphorite, which comes from the Dracos. In any case, this is going to be useful, I'm pretty certain, but not right now. So, it's not gonna be making part of our chamber over here. So, we can just insulate it and then tap it from the outside. I gotta be honest, my friends, I don't know if we are gonna be able to have this done in today's episode. Even though the dupes are doing their best, I don't think their best is enough as the time continues to progress. But well, at least it's going to be, well made, I don't know, by the time we end, I hope. But in any case, we do need a way to start transporting this stuff out of here, which, you know, it's going to go through this insulated pipe, because that oil is going to be pretty toasty. We still need to find a way to put water inside. I don't know where we're going to find that water, because right now water is a little bit of a problem. We just have these 2, like these bits. It's not going to be enough for what we want. And from here, we don't really have a lot that we can send either, so... yeah, water is starting to become a small issue, but oh well, you know. I'm also starting to go upwards in the map so that we can explore a little bit and hopefully gain access to this biome, because we need to gain access to this biome from, you know, top, otherwise we're just gonna have a billion water pour into our base. It's going to be disgusting, and we definitely don't want that. So yeah, we have multiple projects going at the same time. Now this thing is almost done. I mean, until we have the plastic, there is no point in you know, finishing this off, but yeah, this thing is almost done and cleaned out, which is pretty nice. Now, when it comes to storing the oil, temporarily we're gonna put it over here. It's close to the teleporter, so it shouldn't hang around our map too much, causing lag and eating up the place, which is never good. So yeah, for now, these will have to suffice. In the future, I kind of wanted to have... like, for example, once this one is done, I want to have a petroleum large storage over here as well. Not crude oil, petroleum. And then we can put crude oil, you know, on the side or something around this general area. But things need to be built first in order for me to be able to kind of know where I'm gonna put stuff in. And other than that, I'm also a little bit concerned, because this thing has been dormant, but we just need to wait 2 more cycles, and we still have a little bit of fuel left, so I think we'll, you know, we'll be able to go through it, no problem. Whenever this thing goes back into its dormancy stage, we should be able to already explore this natural gas geyser, and have at least part of this thing operational. My friends, I have to be honest with you, we are threading so many needles that I feel that we are gonna get stung one of these times. Yeah, this thing almost active, but we are also almost out of fuel. So yeah, the food, it's the temperature, is the materials, like everything. I think I'm rushing a little bit too much, and things might turn out badly for us sometime down the road. But hey, the good news is we are almost done with the rushing, because once we start getting the materials from here, the fossil and the crude oil, I mean, we can stop rushing, because we'll have access to everything that we need. We'll have access to the steel and the plastic, and then it's just a matter of finishing up all the systems. Oh my god, you guys did not do this, please. Please, we went through great lengths to keep this and this separated. Please do not get this thing open. Yeah, things came close to almost disaster. Just close enough to the point where we are still just trying to fill up this pipe. So yeah, not exactly fun, but you know what? I'll take it. It's totally fine. Oh, do you know what we need on this side? Gold. Because even though this thing is gonna be pretty toasty, it's not going to be toasty enough that it breaks gold stuff. So we need to send a little bit of gold amalgam that way, so that we can build some of the machinery. Let's see, metal ore. Do send me a bunch of gold amalgam, please. The dupes on the other side are going to appreciate it. Besides, they do need that gold amalgam to finish up this thingy over here. Now, in order to test this out, once we have it done, we are just going to use this little bit of water to, you know, first quote-unquote pressurize the chamber, shall we say. I still need to vacuum this out, because we're gonna be creating natural gas over here as well, and I want to take it. So we need to vacuum this out. For that, we need... Oh, there we go. Bunch of gold amalgam. That should be more than enough, so you guys can stop now. Thank you. We only need enough to make one pump, and to make 2 of these bad boys over here. Would you look at that? That's more than enough. We can put them right here. You know what? That's a very good spot for them. And then goes like so, through here, and then eventually it's going to end up in here. We are going to need a little bit of automation and whatnot, and we're also going to need an outlet for the exhaust gases once we start vacuuming this out, but I want, you know, the thingy to be built anyway, so yeah, let's do it like this. And then the power, we already have a conductive wire coming through here. We just need to go like this and like this, and over here like so. Beautiful. Now, please, dupes, you have 9 cycles to finish this chamber off so that I can take a beautiful thumbnail, otherwise I will have to think about something else. But well, my friends, just because we are still waiting on the dupes on the other side to be done, that doesn't mean there is not enough things to do around here. I mean, there is still plenty of piping that needs to be done. Also, we have cleared this pool of septic water and converted it all into clean water over here. It's not a lot, but hey, it's more than we had moments ago. So this should hold us for a little while longer. We will have to redo a bunch of piping around here, because I really want to get rid of this, because this is very in the way, okay? This is very in the way of everything that we want to build, so I just want to get rid of it, so that we have a little bit more space. But yeah, pretty much the idea is for us to bring a full pipe of crude oil, because unfortunately that's the only thing we can do, and separate it into 2 different sets of liquid reservoirs. Yeah. And then that separated input will be driven by these 2 pipes into the 2 refineries, because these things, I think they kind of can consume... yeah, they output 5 kilograms, so I think they consume 10 kilograms at a time. So yeah, in order to have both operational, we need to separate both pipes. But it will be fine, because during nighttime, for example, these things will accumulate crude oil, and then 2 operator dupes will come here during the day, and will empty out the reserves. And then once again, once these things are not being operated, they will fill up, and most of the time we'll be able to operate both oil refineries at the same time, which is pretty cool. That is going to give us a full pipe of petroleum, which we then need to bring somewhere. That somewhere remains to be seen, but it needs to be somewhere, because I really need to... you know what, usually I make my plastic out of Dracos, but this time not lucky. We don't have any glossy Dracos just yet, or at least I don't think, because, you know, I've been paying attention, but, you know, from time to time you have surprise, but no glossy Dracos for us this time, so we have to do it the old-fashioned way. But hey, that's fine, because this way is actually closer. We just need to have some crude oil over here, redirect this pipe from here to here, and have ourselves a bunch of plastic, which is one of the final ingredients that we need to finish up everything. Oh, and talking about finishing up everything, my friends, yeah, all the tech has been researched. Now we need to get into space to get the data bank thingies, I think. Yeah, whatever. We need to make those thingies to make space science. So yeah, but for that we need plastic, because, you know, the databases are old. Oh my, floppy disks. Yeah. We call those things disquette in Portuguese. So it's because it's such a weird freaking name that we decided to give it to that. I was wondering what was the English name for that, but yeah, because those things are floppy disks and floppy disks are made of plastic, we need plastic to make the freaking floppy disks. You know what, my friends, until we are figured out when it comes to space, we're gonna have this temporary liquid reservoir. We don't need more than that. If we can make, like, for example, 5 tons of plastic, we don't need to make more. I think that covers us for a very long time. So yeah, we don't actually need too much to make what we need. So yeah, temporary thingy, and then in the future we'll make a more permanent storage, for example, right here. But we need the plastic to finish this off so that we can make the storage in the first place. So, you know, temporary solutions are required. So pretty much the idea for the future when it comes to storages would be to have something like this. Of course I can't build more liquid reservoirs, I have ladders in the way, but the idea would be to have like 3 additional rows of liquid reservoirs and then a pool of petroleum, and then right next to it we create another one over here for the crude oil, and that way we have a centralized large storage of burnables, of fuel, things that we are going to need for our power plant, and to make sure that we always have a constant source of power. Going big in this case is always worth it, even though it's going to take a large chunk of the map. It's totally fine. Well, my friends, we might not have been able to achieve our objectives, but at least the game is being nice to us. 150 kilos of lime. This is pretty nice. That allows us to make 1.5 tons of steel. You know what? Thank you, game. I am going to use it, and that's gonna almost complete all of the steel required to finish this off. That plus the fossil that we have on our way should make absolute certainty that we are going to be able to do the things we want, which is pretty nice, my friends. Pretty nice. Now, this is the last cycle of today's episode. Like I said, unfortunately we didn't exactly achieve the totality of our objectives, but hey, we got our storage for fuel well on its way, which is pretty nice. This thing has a lot of pipes and whatnot, so it takes a little bit of time to build, so it's nice that it's already done and ready to receive the outputs from the other planet. We also have this thing ready and most of the piping done, which is pretty cool. On the side we also been destroying this side biome over here, because we are going to need space to make the farmhouse and a bunch of stuff, right? So it's always useful to have all of that nastiness out of the way. So yeah, we actually did plenty of clearing when it comes to biome digging this episode as well, which is pretty nice, as per usual. As these nope, we are not yet close to the surface, unfortunately, but that's fine. Totally fine. Now, over here, as we know, this thing is not yet close to being done, but I'm pretty certain that 50 more cycles and the dupes will be done. After all, they spend like 12 cycles just to get this done, so that delayed them considerably. Not only that, it took me 30 cycles to realize that it would be a good idea to hire another dupe, which I don't know where he is. Yeah, Max. Max has been quite helpful. Once he came into this colony, things just start rolling very quickly, but it didn't came fast enough, but that's fine, we have plenty of time. We are very close to achieving our objective for achieving sustainability and shall we say medium to late game materials that we need to make all the advanced stuff that we need, right? So we're pretty close to that, which leaves me pretty happy. I'm pretty certain that in like 1 or 2 episodes we'll just start unlocking a bunch of stuff like this and many other things. But well, my friends, as this cycle comes to an end, so must this episode. My objectives for the next episode are, I think I have made them quite clear. We really want to get all of this operational. The fact that we have like all of this built and nothing is working other than the power plant is a bit ridiculous. Okay, we have built so much stuff, nothing is working. Yeah, kinda getting most of this stuff rolling would be a primary objective for the future. And over here, getting this done is a must for, the obvious reasons. But after this is done, we need to start tapping into these volcanoes over here. After all, they are a source of good resources. We have another one over here, another one over here, another one over here, and I'm certain there are still plenty more to be found. So yeah, we need to tap into those, create cooling loops. I think we are going to use some of the resources that we create over here to make power so that we can make a cooling loop on this planet as well. And I want to just strip down everything that this planet has to offer with these 3 dupes. So yeah, my friends, that's pretty much it. And with all of that said, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode, that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye.